I recently stumbled on the opening of this anime, and I thought it was cool, so I gave the anime a try. The first impression I got from the animation was that this anime is made in the 80s, and I'm not talking about the style, but the lack of details. But no, it is made this year. So someone was feeling creative or high. Probably both. At least don't change the black outline of the characters to pink. But anyway, and then I saw that the main characters are small tiny children, so things were getting worse. But then I saw one kid beat the other kid bloody in a calm psychotic manner, and things became great. So far I did watch the first 3 episodes, and what an incredible anime this is. I don't know why this was not popular. I wish I did watch it weekly, so I can appreciate it more. This story first started as a web manga, and after its success was remade and published by Hakusensha. I love hearing this kind of stuff, where no matter what the writer finds a way to succeed. And also credit to Hakusensha and other companies that recognize a great story when they see it. Anyway, so the setup of the world that the story takes place is simple. Humans were inferior to demons and they were on the brink of extinction. That's when superior creatures, both the humans and demons, came into this world and did side with humans. And humans lived in peace for 800 years. But now things have started to change. Even though we are dealing with grand things here, the story is character driven. They are at the forefront of the story. The world is just a platform. The characters are great, very different from one another. Each of them they have their own perspective, and that's why the scenes are so good. The dialogue is great, funny and clever. Action scenes are great too and detailed. The supernatural and mystery elements in the story are very well done. The revelations are executed very well and they are to the point and always progressing the story forward. I don't want to spoil the story, so I'm going to use just one scene to showcase how interesting and clever the story is. One of the deities asks another, how did we came into existence? And he says that I think it is from the prayers of humans when they are in trouble or their lives are in danger. There are shown a couple of scenes of people praying for salvation from the invading army that is killing and destroying everything. And she says to him, so why don't we go and save these people who are praying? And he says, so you want to save people by killing people. He makes a great point. Things are not that simple. This is true also in our world, but the reason why this is so important story-wise is that the writer is not limiting his characters and making them one-dimensional. If you know how the characters would react to a situation, then the writer did not do a good job. The fewer perspectives there are in a story, or to be more specific in a scene, then the more boring it would look in the eyes of the audience, since the writer cannot overwhelm the audience if there is very little material and a lack of perspectives. Without those, it is very easy to guess the outcome of the scene. And their conversation continues. She says, but isn't this bad for humans? And he says, no, if you look at the bigger picture. More or less, things will be the same. Yes, one nation will be destroyed, but the other nation will take over their resources and use those to grow and develop even more, and that would allow for the number of the population to increase. So that would make up for all the killings, and the numbers of humans will be the same more or less, and that's why there is no need for us to interfere and take sides. And even if they did, it will cause more problems for humans. Yes, it would fix the problem of war, but it will create other problems, since they would be the absolute rulers of the world, and it would not be long before all humans will rise against them. Anyway, as I said, this is great storytelling, very interesting and entertaining. I cannot wait to watch the rest of the episodes. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.